morning, good morning. Oh, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome to Miss C's cottage, the home of the sun bunny. I'm Miss C, and I am what I am, and that's all what I am. And I'm okay with that because I'm a child of God, and it doesn't get much better than that. Today, I have so much to talk to you about, but I want you to come in, leave your shoes and your worries at the door, grab a chair, maybe something cold to drink or something hot to drink on your way over, or you might want to wait a bit. There's quite a rush coming through the door. You might want to wait a bit till the clears off. Grab a chair because those that are at the counter getting stuff aren't going to have a chair later, maybe. So grab your chair, put your stuff on it, and then go get your drink. We have a lot to talk about today. A lot. There's Robin. Hello, hello, hello. I'm going back up to the top to say hello. Janet Egan, first one in. You get the best seat in the house. And Barbara, I've not made it to the post office yet, guys. I have this fight in my head, mailing the sun bunnies and mailing the stuff that needs to go out before the sun bunnies, and I haven't got it together yet. So it's still sitting on the to-go table. There's Ricky. Hello, and thank you, Ricky, for buying me a cup of coffee the other day. I really appreciate that. That little cup of coffee goes a long way. And I showed this to you before. I bought this at the dollar store for $1.25, and it's a knitted cup with knit and purl stitches and cables. Isn't it like the coolest thing? I just love this cup. See, that's who I am. You can make me happy with $1.25 cup from the Dollar Tree. And it doesn't make any difference what goes in it, whether it's coffee or hot chocolate or anyone. Okay, back to who's here. Janet and Barbara and Ricky. Thank you, Ricky, for the coffee. And Leanie, my sister Eileen. And Jacqueline Marley. Good morning to you. I love your Irish hugs. And Jennifer, another one from over there on the other side. And Paula Mulford. And I said hello to Robin, and there's my Jen. Suzanne, hello, hello, hello. Welcome into the cottage. Leave your shoes and your worries at the door. Come on in. And there is my sister Susie. Jeanette, are you from Nova Scotia? No, I thought you were in West Virginia. Oh, wait. This is Jeanette, not Jeanette Egan. Or am I got the two? Oh, and there's her Jeanette Whitson. Oh, you guys have got me all discombobulated now. And my favorite friend, Regina Provenzano. And Sam, my sister Sam. And Lana. Hello, sweetheart. You get yourself a drink, but don't forget to put your stuff on the chair first, or it won't be there. And there's Pebbles spreading love and joy wherever she goes. And Sandra from South Carolina. I bet it's kind of cold up there today, isn't it? And there's Pam from Be Creative Crafts. Pam, I just ordered you the cutest thing. In case you don't know Pam from Be Creative Crafts, she is doing an advent calendar every day for this time from now to Christmas. And what it is, it's a box, and the box has little boxes in it. I think 5 times 5 must be something like that. And in each little box is a puzzle, but it's not a whole puzzle. It's only the piece of a puzzle. And every day she's taking out one of the boxes, putting together the piece of that puzzle, and then putting the puzzle together as she goes. I love it. I love it. And the neat part about it is this is one company that actually has some religious advent calendars. There's a lot of Santa Claus ones, and most of them nowadays that you buy in the store are all about Santa Claus and Christmas. And there's very few that you can find anymore that are about the advent and the birth of Christ. So if you go to, she got it from Amazon, and if you just type in Advent calendar, it will bring up a plethora of visions, and you can choose which one you like best, whether you like the Santa Claus ones or you would prefer the Advent ones for the birth of Christ. Either way, you get to Christmas. And it's just fun. Every day is fun. And if you're a puzzle person like I am, you really enjoy it. So thank you, Pam, for that. And Kim G is here. Yes, thank you, Ricky. I appreciate that. And Spring is here. Hello, sweetheart. I stopped in last night to watch you chat, but I didn't stay long, and I don't think I left my thumbprint, so I'll have to go back and do the reprint on that. Kim G, my love. Janet Whitson, yes, Janet Whitson. You're in South Carolina. Jeanette. But there is a Jeanette that lives in West Virginia, I think. But then there's another Jeanette that lives in, where did it say? Nova Scotia? Yeah, Nova Scotia. So I don't know. Jeanette Egan, she's not from Nova Scotia, is she? Rita Pacheco, there's the other one. Rita Pacheco and Regina Provenzano. And there's another one too. Too old to care, Nancy. You are not. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the cottage, Nancy. And Diane Major. How are you doing today, sweetheart? I'm doing well. I am doing well. I'm here with you. How can I do anything less? Mary King. You betcha. No matter how cold I get, I'm not as cold as the people of Western North Carolina. Allie. Allie, I just sent you. Hang on a second. There we go. I have been making a new blanket. I know. I don't have time for blankets. I have bunnies to do. But I'm making a new blanket. I got an idea, and you know how that is. I have startitis. I can't help it. It's like, oh, I wonder what that stitch would look like. Wonder what that stitch would look like in that yarn. So, of course, I started a new blanket. And one of the waitresses at my favorite restaurant has a new little girl who loves peach. So they're doing everything peach for her. So I am making this blanket out of the apricot bloom, which is going to make up like this kind of sort of. This is knitted, and I'm doing it out of a different stitch. But I have to put it away. And this is my hook. But if I put my hook away, I'm never going to remember what hook size it was when I pick it up again. And you know how that goes. So I said to myself, go to Amazon and order some millimetered stitch markers. Well, Ellie, do you know how hard it is to find stitch markers with the millimeter sizes, the hook sizes on them, anything? I can find row markers from 1 to 100. I don't need 100 stitch markers with numbers on them like that. I only need the millimeter sizes or the hook size that goes with the millimeter. So I thought, duh, go to Ellie. Ellie makes stitch markers. Maybe she can make you some stitch markers. So do you know how amazed I was when I clicked on your channel and one back from the latest one is, look here, I have made some stitch markers with the hook sizes on them. If you like them, you just email me and I will sell them to you. Ta-da! God is so good. God is so good. So I ordered 2 sets. I don't know how to pay you for them yet, but you can answer my answer my email. Okay, now that we have purchasing off the cha-ching, had to stop there for a minute. I need to find Pam and look. Oh, Diane, it is really a lot of fun. And hello, Lana. I'm so glad you're back. And Cherry Reynolds. Sitting in your car waiting at the pharmacy. Yeah, Cherry, you had something happen and I don't remember what it was now. Oh, Sam, it's perfect. Jeanette Egan, I thought you were. Well, then is there 3 Jeanettes on my channel this morning? Yeah, Jeanette Whitson says 3 Jeanettes means trouble. Oh, that's right. You were going to the dentist. Tickle that thummy until it giggles. Oh, the thummy. Oh, I like that. I like that. Tickle that thumb. Bonnie was here. She'd be. Get your thumbs out there. Shalom, Miss Lacey Lavender. And tonight is a Shabbat Shalom. Oh, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. The police, the sheriff's department in North Carolina stole some generators. Why is it even the good guys are corrupt? I do too, Diane. I like the apricot. Not on me, because look what happens when you put apricot or when you put pink up by me. My face kind of turns red. I think in comparison, I have ruddy undertones anyway, so I'm better with the purples or the blues or that shoulder up. Let's see. I'm better with the jewel tones than I am the I can't wear yellow, orange, and those reds. Not good on me. That's a brother. I didn't have any. I didn't have any brothers, so I don't know what brothers are like. Don Aaron, my sweet child, I love you so much. Don't forget it. Don't ever doubt it. Please. It's there. Diane, she did. I went to her channel, and right there on the screen was stitch markers with hook sizes on them in blue or a different color. It doesn't matter, but I want 2 of them. Let's see. Take a picture on the phone with the size of the hook. Oh, you know what? I never use my phone like that, Pebbles. Now, my sister-in-law, Darlene, she uses her phone for everything. She grabs her phone and says, remind me at 7:33 that I need to take my pills or whatever, and I never think, I don't use my phone. I don't even know where my phone is half the time. I'm telling you, if it wasn't right here in the holder, I wouldn't know where it was half the time. Yes, Sandra, that's really a great idea, but then I would forget to look in my phone and find out. See, that's it, Ellie. It's just like, oh, I'm making this somebody, and I'm in the middle, and I've got the body made, and I've got 2 feet, well, 1.5 feet done. I only had a half a foot yesterday. Remember, I did finished it and started another foot, but then I remembered I had this one in the bucket. So I was working on it this morning, but that's, oh no, I do have, pardon me, I do have a head done. Whoop, let's get both eyes out there, huh? Okay, I think that's it. The head, I usually try and do the head first. That way I get a little ahead. I'm sorry, that's not funny. Okay, Sugar, my sugar. I love to see you come through the door. I know, Barbara, I could do that too, but I won't. I don't. You're right, Lacey. They don't have love in their heart. They have hate in their heart. They have greed in their heart, and they have sin in their heart. That's what it is. You either have God or you don't. There's no two ways about it. If you've got God in your heart, then everything looks bright and wonderful and good, even though it's crappy, because you know that in the end we win. But if you have evil in your heart, then what you start doing is you look at everybody else and you say, how can I get more than they have? I want to be prettier than they are. I want to be thinner than they are. I want curlier hair than they have. I want more money than they have. I want a bigger boat than they have. I want. And it ain't good, friends. Okay, Ellie, thank you. See, there's lots of really good ideas, and I'm sure some of you can pick up on those ideas and use them, but I need a stitch marker. I'm a visual person and I need to see. Sam, my sweet trouble. Oh my gosh, if you two ever got together, Dawn, I would have to borrow Bonnie's ruler. That's all there is to it. You're right, Lana. You're right, because some of those people have generators and they have heaters, but one little heater is not enough to heat up what they need. And so they've gone out. I think they left this morning to go out and deliver some more. Ellie is the queen of stitch markers. If you need anything, you can let her know and she will make them up for you. Well, Lacey, I think that's the way it is now. And I hope that it's going to change. But we don't talk about politics on this channel because we upset people. And I never want to upset anybody. And your politics is really your own opinion. Because I can't change anything. I just know what I like and I know what I don't like. And I think all of you can separate. Sometimes it gets really close, but you know what you like and you know what you don't like. And but like they say, an opinion is like a body part, and everyone has one. And just because you have an opinion doesn't mean you're 100% right and everyone else is wrong. It's just your opinion. And people forget that. Okay. Moving right along. Diane, I don't think they have mirrors in their houses because I couldn't look at myself in the mirror. Sugar and Lacey, I love you too. And Lydia, hello, my friend. How are you doing today, sweetheart? This next couple weeks is going to be really hard for you, Lydia, but I have been praying so much that as you go through this first without your spouse, that you will be able to remember all the good Christmases that you've had with him. So it won't be quite as bad as all the missing you're going to do. But like I said before, don't forget when that wave takes you and sucks you under to sit and grieve for a time. Just get up and live, and don't live in the grief. Get up and go on when you're done. And you can always say no and pull out a card from your pocket that says, remember when we went to the forest and we cut down that Christmas tree? We were so happy then. And it works. It works. Oh, Lacey, that's a good one. You have three brothers? I don't have any brothers. I have three sisters. Mimi! I love you, Tammy, my girl. Like going down the rabbit hole. Diane, let me know what you like, because it's probably easier to place a big order than it is a couple little ones. Margie, my arrow lover. And Denise Lee is here. Oh. I hope you brought some crocheting with you, my love, because sometimes an oil change can take a while. Yeah, Janet, that's a good Jeanette. That's a good thing to do, is to write it down and attach it. But see, I think I'm going to be back to it right away. But then I find, ooh, look at here, and I start on this one, and then I get through, and I'm like, oh my, I forgot I was working on this dishcloth, and then let's see if we can make a little tiny bunny for Pastor Tim. So when I send the boxes up, I can say to him, keep this one in your pocket so you'll always know somebody loves you. And you know, most pastors see everything in black and white. So I'm such a genius. No, no, I don't want my glory here. All right, keep going, keep going, keep going. You know what, Lacey? I have been washing up my late night dishes every night, and I feel really good about that. You wouldn't think you'd feel good about doing dishes, and I don't think it's so much about doing dishes, but it's maybe just doing a task and completing it. I am into instant gratification, so that's right. Okay, let's go on down. Diddy, diddy, diddy. That's right, Ricky. If you cannot find somebody who's nice, you be nice. You know, and I read its article the other day about how to make your marriage a happy one and how to make it last a long time, and they took survey of how long lasting marriages, what happened during those marriages that made them last so long, and they discovered that something like for every negative thing you say to your spouse, like, oh my god, you forgot to take the garbage out again and I had to take it out after you left, you know, for every one of those you should say 5 to 7 good things. There was a time when I was married to number two, I could not even hardly think of one thing. And I thought, I'm going to start out by saying three things about this man. And I'm going to focus on those three things. Darned if I could come up with one in the beginning. That first week, it was such a struggle to come up with one thing a day to say about him. But after that first week, I began to see the positive things about that man. And so it was nothing after a while for me to say three things about him to his face today, you know, every day. And doing that becomes a habit, and you begin to look for the positive things in other people, your coworkers, people at church, your neighbors. It's life changing. But they said from 5 to 7 things. So if you say, like, you burnt the toast again today, and then he's got to come up with, but you are a good cooker. Well, this coffee really tastes good this morning. Um, these eggs are perfect, whatever throughout the day. And it works out. I think it works out. Mama G is having an auction tomorrow if anyone needs some Christmas gifts and wants to help raise money for a doggy wheelchair. Oh, those little puppies are so cute when they have those little wheels for their back legs, and it doesn't stop them at all. And that is a sign to us that we should allow nothing to stop us. Kimchi! Stitch markers are my friend, Lana. Yes, they are. All right, let's go on down and see who else is here that I have missed. You're welcome. You're welcome, Ellie. Hello, hello, hello. And Lana, it really doesn't matter, does it? I mean, what can we do about it but vote? Our vote is the most important part of what we can do about politics. And that's voting is a private thing. It is a private privilege, I think. Leanie. I love that girl. Len, hello, sweetheart. I asked you the other day if you crank out on an Addy or a Centro, and I don't remember seeing an answer. So it's probably no. Oh, Diane, I don't know. This is as far as I've got, and my fingers cramped up on me. So I don't know whether I'll ever get it finished or not. Flower Tammy, hello, 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 sweetheart. Oh, I'm so glad you stopped in. You do crank on the Centro. Okay. Now, I had a Centro. I was gifted one, a big one, and then I got a smaller one because um, I wanted to do some of these. For infusion patients, chemotherapy, dialysis patients, just people getting glucose and maybe some magnesium or vitamins or something, because this goes all the way up, but it does not get into the vein, and it keeps their arms warm while they have to have that thing in there. And it was too much. I couldn't crank it after a while, and so it just sat and sat and sat. It was not my go-to fun thing. So finally, I just said, you know what? I'm going to give this to someone I think will appreciate it and use it. So I stuck it in a box and mailed it off. Demi, Demetra, you should go and see Frizzy Bee. I think it's Frizzy Bee. I think it's Frizzy Bee's channel. She made a snail that's probably about this big around, and it's huge. It's cute. And its body is a big peppermint candy. It is the cutest thing. I want to put all this stuff down and I want to make it. And I can't yet because I got bunnies to get out. And if you've got bunnies that you're making and shipping, just ship them when you get them done, because I may be driving them up to North Carolina. And if so, that gives us a couple extra days. I ask you to get them to me by the 10th so that I would have time to photograph them and tag them and wrap them up and get them in the box ready for shipping. But because I didn't want a whole bunch of them coming in on the 10th, I wanted to be sure from the 10th to the 16th I would have enough time to photograph them, write out the tags, tag the bunnies, wrap them up, and box them up. I would have enough time to do that. But if you can't get them to me by the 10th, get them to me by the 12th or the 13th or the 14th. I think the 15th is a Sunday. So the 14th is the last day you're going to be able to get them to me. So, if, hey, there's my baby boomer friend, Kitty Lane from the peninsula in Virginia, Create and Relate. She read a poem last night, that she had written about her. It's I Am Pretty. She had me in tears. That poem is just so full of raw emotion. I was just that woman is beautiful. Jeanette, that's what I'm doing today is laundry. I'm here at the home by myself. I can't say there's my Bonnie girl. I Mr. Elmo takes care of us. He does take very good care of us here. Well, there's only two of us left now. But he does take very good care of us to see to our needs and take us where we need to go, doctor's appointments and shopping and stuff like that. So I can't complain. I do love you, Leanie. All right. Let's see. Create and relate. Yep. One day at a time. Diane, did you see it? It was just, I can make them all on my knitting machines, and I made one on my Centro 40. What are you making, Len? I missed it. Let's see if I can go back up here and catch it real quick. Probably be easier if you just told me. No. Okay, Len, Kim over at Fortune Knit is cranking out some somebodies on her little Addie. She calls them Addie Garumis, and they're somebodies, and they are so cute. So maybe if you go over there and see what she's doing and how she's doing it, you could make them and send me 6 or 8 or 10 or 12. KK! KK, I couldn't help it. Oh, it's out in the other room. I made another hat. And by golly, I got to make another one, because did you see the hat that, names just like flooded in? Jennifer, Cinnamon Stitches. She made a 3-colored shell hat this morning. It was beautiful and so simple. So simple. It's just shells and single crochets. Beautiful. Ricky, did you see the snail that Kim had? Is it Kim? Yes, Kim. You'll put it on your channel for me to see. Okay, thank you, Len. Wouldn't it be, Tammy, if I could drive them up there? Wouldn't be able to deliver any of them, I'm sure, but I could deliver a couple to the people at the church, and just to see their face would give me a vision of what the kids' faces are going to be. I know. I know, Bonnie. How many more years have you got to go? Pebbles, 5 more? You got to keep that buck away from the dough, I'm telling you. She's going to die one of these days. Diane, her mom fell in the bathroom in the hospital. Missed that one. See, oh, Bonnie, I am wearing off on you. There's a please and a thank you. Boy, I'm going to have to put that ruler back in the back. Sally Stevens is here. Woohoo! Frizzy is live at 1 o'clock. Missy just got a pop up. Okay, well, then we need to get off of here by 1 o'clock so we can just buzz over to Frizzy Bees. Yes, Frizzy Bee. You need to go over there and watch, look at her snail. It is so cute. I'm doing laundry today too. Might find another one, but they keep popping up, don't they, Pebbles? Dreeny's here. Yes, that's true. He does take us for ice cream. Sometimes Margaret doesn't go, but I always go every Sunday. Zach Man, did you miss work? You can go back to work today. Well, good. I'm glad. It is nice to get out, Zach Man, and you get to see other people, and I think that rejuvenates your soul when you can connect with others. That's a good thing. Bonnie, I like the man. He is good to us. I have to say that. He doesn't have to be, you know. I mean, we rent from him, and he takes care of us. You're making us somebody on the cranker? I gotta go see that. I gotta go see that. Zach, it's okay. Some of those chats just zip by so fast I can't keep up with them. And I usually come in and say hello, everyone. I'm working on something, and everybody says hello to me, but I don't always get back and say hello personally back to them because I don't have I'm not an octopus. I don't have two hands that can type while I'm crocheting 4 bunnies, 3 bunnies. So it's okay. Sunita and her mom, is it Sunita's mom that fell and is in the hospital? I did not hear that. You made one already, Lynn. Good for you. Yeah, those hats are addicting. KK, I don't think you knit, do you? If you knit, I've got a real easy pattern I can send to you. An awesome short row hat this morning. I usually don't watch Crystal. I don't know why. I guess it's because I'm doing bunnies now. She's varied. She does so many things. And I very seldom get over to her house. Yeah, you can. You can make check out Kim at Frizzy Bees, and she no Kim at the snails at Frizzy Bees, which is the Kim, and the Kim at Fortune Knit, which is Kim Fortune. She's the one who does the Addie Garumis on her little Addie. Bonnie, I probably make as many bunnies in a week as you make beds. Well, maybe not. Maybe you got me beat. You're right, Ricky. That snail is, well, I won't say to die for because there's only one thing I think is to die for, but it is cool. KB, how are you doing today, sweetheart? I'm so glad you stopped into the cottage. I'm doing well today because I'm here with my family and I am being uplifted with every face that comes through the door. And so far, I haven't had to tell anybody to take their shoes off. Hey, Dreeny, hey. I love that when she says that. I know you're not pushy. You are assertive. There's a difference between aggressive and assertive. And you are not aggressive or pushy. You are assertive. And I love that. I love that about you. You know what, Bonnie? You wouldn't be able to get done all that you get done if you weren't assertive. I, on the other hand, am a slug. As you can see by my table, I have 6 things started and none of them are completed yet because look at that yarn. Oh, here's the hook. That's the perfect size. I'll bet I could make a. Oh, Lynn, that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Len, that would be awesome. And then anybody with a small Addy or Central could follow along and make one and send it to me by the 14th. Perfect. Oh, I am animated today. I don't know that I'd call dishes therapeutic. Kitty Lane. I think they're a pain in the tuchus. I hated doing dishes growing up. I will tell you this about me. My younger sister and we had to do the dishes. She would wash and I would dry. I hated doing dishes. I don't know why. I just hated them. And so I have to go to the bathroom. So I would go into the bathroom and I would read the Reader's Digest. And Dorothy would say, the glasses are all done. The bowls are done. The plates are done. Silverware's all done. I'm running out of room. And I knew if she ran out of room, she didn't have to do any more dishes. I would have to wash and dry them all. It's like, okay, I'm done. I'm coming. I hated dishes. And if you couldn't find me during after dinner, I was usually in the bathroom. And it worked out really well because we had a 2-holer out next to the barn, so, or out next to the garage. And so you really had to hunt for me. And I'm never going to tell that story again. Oh my. Yes, Pebbles is the queen of bunnies, making bunnies. Oh, I never thought of making them out of ice cream. Oh, that would be cute. Okay, let's see who else is here. I think I need a drink today. Shots for everyone. Do you know that there's well, I don't know if it's gin or vodka because I don't drink, but you are a baby knitter and choose not to because it's not me. That's okay. I do understand that. I do understand that. I just didn't remember whether you did or not. Uh, anyway, it tastes like marshmallows. Moon Rose. Hello, Rosie. I love you. I'm so glad you stopped in. Okay, let me go on down. Da, 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 da. Yes, Sally Stevens, I did, and I did say hello to you. You must not have been looking or listening, but I did say hello to you. I'm so glad you're here today, sweetheart. No, Sandra, I have not, but I've got that on my to-do list. See, here's the thing. I have to really do a lot of hats all year long, and I can do blankets and other things. And if somebody comes up like Sarah Satch on a Friday and has a Fun Day Friday project that she does in that hour or so, I can stop and do that along with her because that's instant gratification. But when it gets closer to October, I have to really put out the hats and the blankets for Boggy Creek because I've done that the last 2 years. Well, this year, I opened up my mouth and said, I'm going to do Christmas for those kids in North Carolina because it's nice to have a pair of jeans for Christmas, but it's not as nice as getting a toy. Something that you can hang on to and love for your whole life. Maybe even carry down the aisle with you when you get married and give to your first child if you can stand to give it up. Or maybe you'll learn to crochet and make your first child one. Who knows? But I just God put it on my heart to make bunnies for those children in Appalachia. And it was really a good thing. I had time to do 30 to 45 bunnies. But then they came back and they said, oh, we found more families up in the mountains and there might be 100 children. It was like, SOS, SOS. I had to put out a call to you guys to help. If you can. It's okay, Zach, man. Sometimes we just don't hear, especially if we check in and go get coffee and come back. We don't know. So it's okay. I don't mind saying hello. Sugar and cinnamon. Mr. Elmo made some apple blossoms and he took puff pastry, rolled it out, cut it into strips, took a really crisp apple and cut it really thin with the rind still on it, and cut it really thin and soaked it in some warm water so they wiggle a little bit, loosen up. And then he laid the strip out and he did the, let's see if I can do this. He laid the strip out and then he laid the apples and overlapped them a bit. And then he folded this part up. Well, first of all, he put apple butter in here. And then he folded this part up. So the apple butter's all down in here. And then he started at this end and he rolled it all up. And it looks like a rose. It is so pretty. And then he sprinkled a little bit of cinnamon sugar on top and he baked them. Oh my gosh, I was glad that he made 6 because we each got to have 2. Now that's kind of piggy on our part, but they were so. I was going to leave mine, have one for supper, and have another one for breakfast, but I couldn't. It was warm, and the puff pastry was crunchy, and the apple, so good. He went to culinary school when he lived in New York. He went to the culinary school, and then he worked in the Catskills in restaurants for a while. So he is an excellent cook. Granny D! My cousin D is here. Okay, I got to get down to the bottom. Holy moly. I love you guys. You just brighten up my day. Something awesome. You want to learn Tunisian? I tried to do a Tunisian thing one time. It was a little. He was doing like a mug rug, and I thought, well, I could do that, but I couldn't. I couldn't visualize it in the blackboard in my head. So Len just threw yarn in whose window? That New Harvest scarf is really pretty. That's if I ever start doing that. See, the thing well, I was telling you, I have to do hats. Now I've got all my hats mailed. And but now I've got to do bunnies. And I've got to do bunnies until I get them up there just by Christmas. And then I'll have from Christmas until I think January is when they are collecting the blankets for Boggy Creek up until January, I think. That's right, Pebbles. It'll keep the soul warm. I give everything away too, Lana. I don't have room for it in my room. I just make and give. It's just, I have so much I have to give. Okay, and Major, Sally Stevens, Rosie, Ellie, Pebbles, Lana, Bonnie, KK, Daigo. Hello, sweetheart. Ellie. No, I just can't do Tunisian right now. It's going to have to be something that I try next year because I just have too much going that has to be done and I don't have the extra time to play. Yeah, Ricky's here. It's an elf coat. 3 weeks to make a scarf and I can crochet one in a couple of hours. You're right. See, that's just the thing. I love to knit because it's just so beautiful. It's just delicate. And there's a lot of things that you can do with knitting, but it just takes so long. And I can whip up anything and crochet in no time at all, you know? There's Tina. Hello, Tina. Welcome to the cottage, my love. Good. You left your front thumbprint at the door. Did you leave your shoes and your worries at the door? You know what? I haven't crocheted a stitch. And what did I ask you guys to do today? Bring your knitting, you're crocheting, whatever you're working on, come in, sit down, and soak up the love. I think we spent a lot of time soaking up the love and we didn't get any stitching done. Except maybe Len. Maybe Len got to crank out of somebody. Elf Coat and Morel Fibers, the creator of the pattern. Okay. I'm going to write that down because I want to look that up. Elf Coat. Morel, or more ale. Ale comes up a lot in my crossword puzzle books. No, I do some things quickly because as long as my fingers are working and my thumbs don't hurt, I can really do well, I told you I can do a leg in it takes me a half an hour to do a foot. And an ear, just a little over half an hour to do an ear. And not much more than that. Probably about 4.5 hours, maybe 5, if with interruptions, I can make a bunny. Because I've done over 300 of them, so it's, I can do them in my sleep almost. Bonnie, you're starting to get aggressive. You got part of the Grinch done? Barbara, if you could get a hold of Kim at Fortune Knits and share your pattern with her, she's looking for a pattern that she might be able to do on her Addie for her brother. She promised her brother a Grinch for Christmas. So if you have a minute and you are willing to do that, I would appreciate it. And Ellie's crocheting hats for her granddaughters. I really, really enjoy crocheting a hat. It probably takes me about an hour or so, depending on the pattern, to whip up a hat. They don't take very long, depending on the pattern. And there's so many things you can do depending on the crown. I think they're like some bunnies. The crown that you do designates the rest of the hat. Now, when you get out to a spot, you can do anything around here. And then you have another choice. I think hats are in 3 parts. The crown, the head, and the rim. And if you can, it's almost like this book. And I am going to send this book. I was thinking about this the other day. Now I don't remember who I was going to send it to, but this book is I bought from Carrie Lord, and it's called Edward's Crochet Imaginarium, and you can see, I think, these are all heads, different kinds of heads, and then these are different kinds of bodies. Let me see. There's a good one. And then these are different kinds of feet. And you can switch the feet on them. It's a really fun book. And don't set things on the top of your trash can to move them out of the way for a time. They have a tendency to fall in the trash can and may get lost. tip for the day, and it is 1:02, and I have to go. Yeah, that is a fun book. It is a fun book, but it also can give you ideas for your Sun Bunnies. What kind of a head do you want to put on your Sun Bunny? If you don't want to make a Sun Bunny with those ears, look at all the different kinds of heads you can make. This says one standard form, 23 heads, 23 arms, 23 feet, 6 tails, 4 sizes, 6 stitch patterns, 17 colors, hundreds of modifications. So, you know, it's just, you can put any kind of head on your somebody that you want, any kind of body that you want, body shape. These bodies are pretty standard, I think. They all look about the same. So you guys already know how to make those. But you've got the arms and the feet that are different also. Look at here, this guy has got 6. This guy's got a tail. And this guy looks like Frizzy Bee. So, you know, if you don't want to make a standard bunny, make an Imaginarium bunny. Make it a buddy. I accept buddies. Look at here. Somebody. So if you don't want to make a bunny, you can make a wacko Sun Bunny on your pranker, and I will love it. So I love you. You probably can find this Rosie in Canada on Amazon UK, maybe, or Amazon. Look in arts and crafts in Amazon under books and just put in Kerry Lord, Kerry Lord, and it will bring up her menagerie, the second menagerie, the dog book, the bird book, this book, and the new edition, the new collection it's called. Let's see, Edward's Menagerie, Edward's Menagerie, the new collection, Edward's Menagerie Dogs, Edward's Menagerie Birds, and Edward's Menagerie the Imaginarium. So you can do that. Okay, everybody, we're going to hop over to Frizzy Bees, and I will see you all on Sunday at noon. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, I'll be there. Until that time, may God make his face to shine upon you. May he lift you up and give you peace. And I love you all.